Welcome, Smackers. Kevinsmak here. Today we're going to talk about everything going on in Fortnite. And you know we always know it all because we are stuck in a fort because there's some guy with an infinity blade outside. Or is there? So basically there was a huge uprising the day of the Winter Royale finals and semifinals. Epic released the Infinity Blade, what they call a mythical item, which is really overpowered. It swings for 75, it charges really far and hits for 25 when lands. It regens 1 HP every second, and it also doubles your HP and shields when you pick it up at the start. So, sounds pretty powerful, right? Oh, did I mention it gives you 130% movement speed? So, no one can outbuild you because you're faster. So yeah, they dropped this, the day of or the day before the tournament. Why not? Pros were very upset. They were all over Twitter and Reddit just saying, "What did you do? You really messed up." So they put this weapon out, and I'll say we had our record of most kills in a game for a Fortnite skirmish, which was double digits in solos because people get the sword and they are just going crazy. Just crazy. It's so powerful. So this was very overpowered, and I believe it was Thursday night I received an email asking for me to take a survey. It's all right. I'll take a survey. It's asking about zip lines, what I think about zip lines. I'm like, yeah, they're good. They're cool, I guess. Yeah, it works. And then they're asking me about other stuff. And then the last question, it was a long survey, granted, almost 100 questions with a lot of written. The last question was, what do you think about the sword? And I pretty much had to tell them, I think it was terrible timing. You should not have dropped it the day of the tournament. I know they like to do this kind of stuff. They like to mix things up. I remember a while ago, I believe it was in like the summer skirmishes, everyone started floating in the middle of a game and everyone's like, what's going on from the cube event? But I don't know, when you train so hard on something and you put all those hours in and then all of a sudden your strategy is just out the window because you have this sword that can one hit everything, it gets rough. So I can understand why they're upset. The day after I took that survey, they must have sent it to more people because the next day they vaulted the sword. They said, hey folks, we messed up and rolled out the Infinity Blade overpowered without good counters. That was the thing. There wasn't many counters. Technically, I think you can use balloons and counter it somewhat from the sky, but if the guy is really good at the sword, he's just going to build and then lunge at you out of the sky. But he has to be real good to do that. That's probably the better way to do it that I know of. So, the Infinity Blades vaulted, but they did say they do plan on bringing more mystic weapons to Fortnite. That means one-of-a-kind weapons. What do you guys think of? Let me know if you thought the sword was awesome, overpowered, annoying. I've saw people say, thank goodness for the sword. It allowed me to study for my exams this week because I didn't want to play Fortnite. Some really funny posts, and Reddit just went crazy with just upvoting those. So what do you think down below? Let me know. Did you like the sword or are you glad it's gone? What would you want to do next? Turrets? Airplanes? Let me know. This week we have the clip of the week. We're going to go ahead and show you some Ghost Aiden style play. If you don't know, Ghost Aiden is a controller player. He uses claw grip some of the time, but not all the time. Watch his Deagle shotgun play. going to be the new meta. If it's not already. So Deagle in the shotgun, boom, just takes him out. If you'd like to know more about Ghost Aiden, feel free to check out my website. I've been working very hard on this site, and I do hope you enjoy it. Right now I've been working on pro players, so you'll be able to go ahead and check out all the information about multiple pro players. We'll go ahead and show you Ghost Aiden here because that's what that clip was about. So this is the general idea of what the site's like. You have all of their social medias, so you can go ahead and click on them. You have About Ghost Aiden, and it'll tell you all about him. Here I have an article also about him and Nick Mertz. We'll also go through and talk about the settings, so you'll know what his settings are. Then after that, we have their equipment of the pro player. And then we have team stats, so you'll have their team, their stats, and their tournament earnings, and then their channels at the bottom. And then we have more to check out if you're interested. I'm currently working on this site all by myself, so it does take some time. I have 12 pro players currently. It is an affiliate site because it does have some equipment links in here for Amazon. So if you're looking for some cool t-shirts for Fortnite, you could check that out. I have like 100 in there. Eventually, I will have Fortnite fixes, which will go through and tell you more about my videos for resolving. I have a few in here right now, but this part's still kind of in test phase. So I'm working on finishing the pro players search stuff, and then I'll have this stuff added. So it'll be a great site for everything you need. This week in Where We Dropping Boys, we are dropping in creative. A little different here. I wanted to show you when you go in creative, people have their own islands now that are featured. So you can go ahead and take a look at this. There are other islands. It looks like I have 4 that are showing me there. You can also use creator codes to get into their islands. So if you would like to go ahead and get into my island, I have not published one yet, but I plan to probably in the next few days. So my code would just be kevinsmak.tv. So if you are using kevinsmak.tv for your creator code, you should go ahead and see my island once it's published, and then you'll be able to join it. I have ideas. I did a trial run, and I'm kind of seeing what works and what doesn't. So I will go through and improve on that because I want to have a solid island before we go ahead and get everything set up. So this is how it goes. If you want to go ahead and set your own up, I do have a video all about the creative settings, and it makes it much easier to watch that video first before you start doing things. So you can go ahead and check the link up at the top there and watch that video if you'd like.